Good morning. It's August 14th. It's a Sunday morning. We've got a slight overcast going on, and a small group of us have gotten together here again at the Taste of Maine restaurant in Woolwich, and we're heading off to Augusta, Maine today to meet up with Cathy Murphy and her 65 Roses Lungs for Shawn ride. Cathy's been working really hard for the past couple of years supporting a lot of different runs, and now it's our turn to help her out a little bit. So stay with us and we'll be right back. Ridin Steel is brought to you by an accommodating and friendly staff is waiting to serve you at the Taste of Maine restaurant, located on Route 1 in Woolwich, Maine. The Taste of Maine offers delicious food and a beautiful view. Or perhaps you're holding a special event. Our banquet rooms and ample parking are sure to meet your needs. Be sure to tell them Ridin Steel sent you for your 10% discount. Located on Route 1 just north of Bath, it's the Taste of Maine. Call 443-4554 to schedule your event.
Motorcycle accidents can happen like this. People in cars sometimes don't see people on bikes. The results of someone's carelessness can bring devastation to a victim and a family.
Hello, my name is Stephen Marois, and I am the producer of Ridin Steel, and it pleases me to announce our newest affiliate and supporter, Lowry & Associates.
Lowry & Associates has represented many victims of motorcycle accidents over the years, and if you are injured in a motorcycle accident, we will make very sure that you get the maximum recovery possible.
Lowry & Associates, we treat our clients like family.
Today, time and money is more important than ever. At Hourglass, located at 619 Main Street, South Portland, we understand the need for affordability, efficiency, and quality.
Our windshield and glass replacement specialists have your best interest in mind. We provide free estimates and will work with your insurance company to ensure prompt and courteous service.
Stop in and say hello to our friendly Hourglass staff. We specialize in customer service and all your glass needs.
At Hourglass, we'll stand behind our lifetime guarantee.
Go to hourglasscompany.com to learn more.
And find us and like us on Facebook.
Make our glass company your glass company. Let's ride! Thundering, roaring engines, riding steel. Hearts gleaming in the sun, we're riding steel. The rubber hits the road, I'm done doing what I'm told. I'm doing what I want, riding steel. Leather on my back, and the wind in my face. I'm one with the highway, and with the human race. This iron horse will separate the bull from what is real. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. We're riding steel.
Cathy and Lee Murphy have been familiar faces at many of the charity rides that Ridin Steel has been attending and filming these past 3 years. And on this day, August 18th of 2011, we were to meet them at the parking lot of the Red Robin in Augusta, Maine. It was nice to see that all the support that they have been providing others through the years was to pay off on this day, that Lee and Cathy were to ride for the life of their own son, Shawn.
Without any light, every day will just keep dragging on and on, week after week, just struggling along. How long would I last? Would I be that strong without you?
After a quick breakfast, it was time to gather the riders in the lot for the pre-ride presentation.
Yeah, back up. This is very overrated, and I'm not going to get sentimental, okay?
All right, yeah.
No, I can't handle that. I can't handle that. So I'm just going to say, all I can say is thank you.
This is a great turnout, and
It's all for Shawn, and where the hell is he?
Yeah,
He's probably inside still.
Cathy and Lee are very humble people, and they were both out of their comfort zone addressing the crowd. But they had to do it. It was a ride for Shawn, their son, and so they mustered the courage. Their message was brief, and all there understood. When we get together and support these charity rides, you begin to see many of the same faces attend. You get to know what these folks are about, how life is treating them, and the bond between us grows. Like family, we grow to love and truly care about each other. On this day, we are going to learn more about the Murphys and how their son Shawn has been dealing with cystic fibrosis all his life. But for now, we will ride together and enjoy the wind in our faces and the camaraderie of a group ride.
Every time I wonder how things would change, what would I do? Life would be so strange without
If you're looking to detail your auto or bike, check out Banana Banners, located at 160 Main Street, Bowdenham, Maine, or go to ourpeel.com.
Naples Custom Motorsports, the fast-growing motorsports business in the region. A full-service facility supplying you with custom bike building, fabrication, and paint, specializing but not limited to Harley-Davidsons, offering a full line of parts, accessories, and apparel. Located at the intersection of Route 302 and Kansas Road in Naples, Maine.
Hi, I'm Dennis Laliberty with Naples Custom Motorsports. Come on down and see us here, where you're going to get the best selection of late model used motorcycles, custom paintwork, repair, service, parts, and apparel. We look forward to seeing you soon. Come on down.
Big Moose Harley-Davidson is your destination when shopping for a new or used bike in the Portland area. At Big Moose, we have all you need to be part of the legend. Riding apparel, clothing, full line of parts and accessories, dependable service, and a financial department dedicated to meeting your needs.
Come in and experience the customer first attitude at Big Moose Harley-Davidson, where the legend rolls on.
Welcome back to Ridin Steel. Some of you may be wondering what the meaning behind 65 roses may be. Cathy explained to me that many children have difficulty saying the word cystic fibrosis, and so they coined the term 65 roses. It made it easier for them to understand what she was talking about. She also shared with me that the reason she had purchased her bike was to participate in charity rides, so a lot of thought went into her commitment to ride for charity. Shawn Murphy was born on March 4, 1979, inflicted with cystic fibrosis. Shawn tried to live his life as normally as possible. He played baseball and hockey, just like any other kid, and continued so into his adult years. CFers are limited in physical ability because it affects their lungs. It is inevitable that Shawn will need a lung transplant. Our ride was to take us to Boothbay Harbor, where we would have the opportunity to speak with the Murphy family and meet Shawn himself for the first time.
everything you are and all we're gonna be. Make me wanna be a better man, baby. I ain't looking back. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that.
There.
Hi.
And your name is?
Michaela.
Michaela. And you live here?
I live in Augusta.
In Augusta. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I have cystic fibrosis and I'm 14 and I'm going to be a freshman this year.
Congratulations. You looking forward to that?
Yes.
That's wonderful. It's a good time. And you have 65 roses, as they call it.
Yep.
Yes, so you know Cathy. So what is 65 roses?
65 roses is, well, it affects your pancreas and your lungs, and everyone else's body produces enzymes but mine pretty much, and I have to take them so my food doesn't go right through me, and it affects your lungs, but for my age I'm pretty healthy because I've got the new medication that they have out there and it's helping me a lot.
Wonderful, glad to hear it.
I have Lee Murphy, I have Shawn Murphy, and Cathy Murphy, and Todd Sanders. You've been working really hard, supporting a lot of rides for the past 2 years. Cathy and I met each other for the first time, I think, on New Lungs for George. And so she's been supporting cystic fibrosis for quite a while now, huh?
Since he was 4.
Shawn, and how old are you now, Shawn?
31.
Now he's 31. And now we're riding on Shawn's behalf because Shawn needs a pair of lungs, correct? Both lungs need to be replaced eventually. So you organized this ride for the first time. George got his lungs last winter, right? And he's a firefighter out of New Gloucester, and he was on the list for I don't know how many years. But anyways, they came through for him, and now he's on the road to recovery. And so now she can gear her attention towards her own family, which is awesome. And but anyways, why don't you tell us a little bit, Cathy, of what it's been like to, raise a boy with this degenerative disease in his lungs?
Growing up, he has a lot of machines we had to do, chest PTs, but Shawn lived a normal life. Hockey was his love, baseball's his love, and he's been a go-getter, never down or out, and happy as can be. And so now we just need to all get together and help him out.
So you try to keep up with the big dogs nevertheless, huh?
I always try to.
What's your life like now? What are you doing? Are you working for a living?
I'm a cook right now. Excuse me, down in Scarborough, and I'm still trying to get back on the ice, but I can't really do too much on the ice. But when I get out there, I just love it, and you can tell a difference from my lungs. I miss it, and I've been playing hockey all my life, like she said, and it's just what I do, and I just know that things are getting worse with my lungs, so it's just hard.
I can see you struggling with your breathing, so is that because maybe you're nervous of the interview?
Right now.
Yeah, and I can see you're getting emotional as well, right? Yeah.
I'm just overwhelmed.
He saw all the bikes today. He just couldn't get over that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the amazing thing about these charity ride organizers like your mom. I meet these people every weekend, and they organize events and charity fundraisers for people they don't even know. And sometimes it's for organizations like Children's Cancer Program, and sometimes it's an individual, and it brings it home. Todd, you got any questions?
Well, I would say, I'll take it for a second. I would make an analogy that probably to you, getting out and playing hockey is like for us getting out and riding, just the freedom and the way it makes you feel.
That's exactly what it is. I just love being on the ice.
What advice would you give to anybody, to younger people who are going through, they're fighting the same battle that you fought? What advice would you give to them?
Don't give up. If you want to do something, just go do it. Yeah. A lot of people said I couldn't, but I did.
Well, you're a testimony to that. I'm going to take it away from him just for a second, give him a chance. No, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. And that's what people need to see. I mean, I really think that it's the emotional thing that when we do all the organization, the groups that we get together with and all the rides we do, it's the emotional piece that really hits home. I'm going to turn it to you for just a second.
Oh, dear.
With the success that George had,
yes.
What does that do for you? I mean, what's that do for your hopes and for your spirits and for him?
Oh, well, you never, words can't express. I see George, and it's unbelievable, the change in George, and it's going to happen. We're going to do it, and he's going to have a long life.
Is he on the list as a recipient yet? Not yet? How does that happen?
He's got to be put in the hospital, and he's going in soon, and they're going to
We don't know the logistics yet behind anything, but it's just a process. And
are you on oxygen and things like that? What do you do to help yourself for now?
So, just different medicines through nebulizer, and just try to stay active, and just try and do my job. Just try to be normal.
Do you enjoy riding motorcycles as well, Shawn?
I do.
And how long have you been riding?
Maybe 8 years by now.
Really?
Yeah, 96. I can't
We
remember.
took the course together.
Really, mom and son, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so. What's your plans going to be for the recent future here?
I'll see when I go in the hospital, see if things clear up a little bit. I think there's a new drug that they're going to try. Hopefully it works, and then just go with it. And hopefully get back on the ice and just live it up.
We got to get him on the list, right? We got to get him on the list. So you said he's got to go to the hospital, but who makes that decision to get him on the list?
It was kind of on the list.
Yeah. How do you know, Cathy?
I believe it's the doctors that get him on the list.
It has to be in the teens percentage-wise for them, yeah.
Yes, I remember when George was talking about that his lung capacity had to be at a certain level to qualify to be on the list and to move up on that list as well, right?
So I went to see a doctor August 3rd finally, and I was like, you're not going to like this. And they did the lung percentage thing, and it dropped like 25% in the past 4 months. Yeah. So he did say, he's like, well, you're already on the stage of lung transplant now. And I was just like, whoa, slow down.
Benefits like this are to sustain him, not for the operation. It's just to survive before and after the operation. I mean, George Carmen, he was telling us it was $80 round trip in Manhattan just to go to the doctor's office by cab. And the place where he was staying was out thousands of dollars, just to live there. And he had to be there because that's where they've done it. And that's the hard part.
All right, so my next question is this. What other measures are we going to take to help you with this so that, he has the support that he needs when he needs to go to the doctors and stay in a motel room overnight because of the distance he may have to travel, all of that kind of stuff. Cathy, do you have any idea?
One day at a time. I just don't know. I've started with this, and I found out, I got a text just a second ago, and we got $3,400 that we raised from Red Robin.
Awesome. $3,400 from Red Robin. That is very impressive.
We've got a foundation started for him, and we're doing little by little. Everybody's chipping in. Everybody's helping. And
one thing too is that what I've seen on these rides and talking to people is that the financial support that they generate is great, but also it's the moral support that you get from a gathering of people like this and support for you. So hopefully, in addition to the financial support, we up those spirits a little bit.
As soon as I walked into the round robin this morning, and you just see a big glow in everybody's face when I walk in, and it's amazing just to see that people are around.
And the bikes.
Yeah. And I'll tell you another thing that's going to happen here, okay? People are going to watch this. People who are participating in this ride right now, okay? Someone's going to step up. Someone's going to say, I want to do this, throw a supper together. Somebody is going to do it because that's what Ridin Steel has been experiencing for the past 3.5 years. They see how severe and serious the matter is, and they just come out of the woodwork and try to help you guys out. So it's awesome. It's amazing. I've seen it happen over and over again.
Our next bike night.
There you go. We hold a bike night every 2 weeks at Bucks Naked in Freeport, and it looks like you're going to be, the recipient of that charity that we raise money for. We do a 50-50, and sometimes we only get a couple $100, sometimes we do $1,000. Any closing comments you'd like to make?
You had mentioned earlier about people stepping up. A friend of mine, never met him before, done a pizza at Roosters in Augusta, pizza buffet and whatever. That turned out well. Red Barn in Augusta, 2 hours worth of work, and it was the donation for that food and the donations that some guy wrote a $500 check. Unbelievable. And that was 2 hours. Red Barn just amazed me because all the volunteers, the people that own that place, the food was all donated. Every cent went to him.
That's awesome. And, a lot of businesses think that way that we work with. They understand that for people to come into their place of business and help their business thrive and survive, they give back. So we want to thank those businesses that do that, right? We love having those kinds of businesses affiliated with Ridin Steel and with all these charities that we support and try to give coverage for. You have any closing words, Cathy?
And I'm getting checks in the mail left and right for him this week. It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
So there you go.
I know. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Ridin Steel. Thank you, everybody.
Hi, I'm Tiffany from Monmouth, Maine. I'm in Boothbay Harbor with 65 Roses. You're watching Ridin Steel, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mike Paul, and I've been pouring residential and commercial foundations in Southern Maine for 26 years. Mike Paul Foundations works with contractors and homeowners. We are fully insured. Mike Paul Foundations also on Facebook. Find us, like us, and receive a 5% discount on the upcoming project. So call us today for your free estimate.
Mike Paul Foundations. Let his 26 years of experience be your guide to your new project. Give him a call today.
For your concrete jobs, big or small, call Mike Paul.
Welcome to North Country Harley Davidson, one of the best resources for parts, accessories, and motor clothes. North Country Harley Davidson. Not just any Harley, your Harley.
Looking for a destination in Gardner, Maine? Stop by Mike's Water Street Grill. Located on 463 Water Street, Gardner, Mike's Water Street Grill offers great food, entertainment, and daily specials, and ample parking for your special event. You're only a stranger once at Mike's Water Street Grill. Call 582-9464 or find us on Facebook.
For honest, professional, courteous service through your real estate journey, contact me, Wendy Gallant, at Caldwell Banker Lakes Region Properties in Naples, Maine. Your friendly neighborhood realtor.
Relax. Realign. Rejuvenate your body and mind with licensed massage therapist Ashley Beeman, located at Rumor Has It, 137 Riverside Drive, Augusta, Maine.
After the interview with the Murphys, we gathered together for a group shot and then made our way back to Mike's Water Street Grill in Gardner, Maine. Cathy had informed me that until this day, Shawn was very reluctant to have such a ride organized on his behalf. But he can no longer deny to himself that his condition is worsening and has now accepted the help people want to provide him. During the interview at the park, I looked into his eyes and saw for myself how moved he was by all that had gathered to ride on his behalf. Asking for help can be difficult for many of us, but as his father Lee had commented, the expenses are high and there's no way they can do it alone.
Okay, back at the 65 Roses ride, we're at Mike's Water Street Grill here in Gardner, Maine. And with me I have three very interesting young women. I have Cathy, I have Marcia, and I have Cathy. Tell us what brings you on a ride like this today.
Well, I have a son with CF. He's 22, and we've known Cathy, and actually I've known Marcia for years. And so we went through this with Marcia and her husband. Met Cathy at clinic when Shawn was diagnosed. Her Shawn had already been visiting clinic, and met them then and reconnected last year during a ride for support.
So did you all meet because of this disease? Is that how you all came to know one another?
Actually, Marcia and my husband knew each other from school.
Now, you said, how old is your son now?
He's going to be 22 next week.
And we obviously talked to Shawn a little earlier. What are some of the challenges that he's faced throughout the years battling this disease?
A lot. Not to sound real negative in any way, but of course now he's out in the working force, or had tried to be in the working force. He's now considered disabled, so he's not able to at the age of 22. But he battled that, being able to keep a job. He's hospitalized about every 3 months for IV therapy, so that's a struggle for him.
Challenge ride, which we also covered. What brings you to the ride today?
I was married for 26 years to a man with cystic fibrosis.
Did he have that for the entire time? Now, is this a birth? Is this something you're born? So it is a birth. It's a birth, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he had that in his entire life. What was it like? Obviously, we're talking moms here, and the connection with a mother and a child is one, but I'm sure the connection with a husband and wife is different. What was it like for you?
Well, you learn to live with the disease, you learn the different stages of the disease, and you sign on board when you get married. You know what the end result will be. But it's okay. People, like she said, Shawn is not supposed to skate, and I'm sure this Shawn is not supposed to do things. My husband had an attitude that he enjoyed life and he lived it his way, and just because he was not supposed to do something, he told me it was merely a suggestion.
So what were some of the things you had to deal with as a spouse in that situation?
As a spouse, he was very healthy. He also did not have the respiratory part as much as the GI problem like Shawn. He probably didn't start getting sick until his mid to late 30s, very sick, and then in his late 40s he was very ill. And at that point it was hard to tell if the fears and anxiety that he was having was just a normal 50-year-old, because he was 52 when he passed, or if they were just reality of stress, like, I'm going to leave you with this house, you need to be able to take care of the wiring and the plumbing, and you need to know who to call. And then his ability when he had to give up riding, there are things and points in his life where he was just not able to mow the lawn, not able to go riding, not able to take my car to the garage, and then he got not able to go upstairs. There are just parts of his life that you have to say, I can't do this anymore, and accept it.
Again, with it, we talk about the spirit, and that events such as this help with individuals who are suffering from things like this. The financial support is great. Sometimes we raise a lot of money, sometimes we don't raise a lot of money, but it always seems to be that the spirits of those involved, either those survivors or those that are currently suffering or battling an issue, it just seems that it lifts those up.
Often would go and speak to parents who were devastated being given their child's diagnosis. And he got started with it by one nurse saying to him, a nurse that he had for 25 years said to him, this father said to me, if cystic fibrosis is not a death sentence, show me somebody that's older than me that's alive with this disease. And in walks my husband, and the mother says, well, what about this? What about that? What about this? And then when this child was going to college, she said, he won't do chest PT. He goes, I don't do it every day. I'm alive. Right. So and he also got the Hero of Hopes Award.
Great. It's coming to a close, today's events. As you look back on it and you've heard what everyone has had to say today, what are your thoughts?
Well, I am whelmed with everybody here today, and I don't want to leave anybody out, so I'm just going to say thank you to everybody. And we're going to work hard for Shawn to get this double lung transplant. And as you can see, Shawn got emotional, and he's all for this. He never was. He never wanted to let anybody know what he's got, but now he's working at it.
And eventually, I guess you get to that point of acceptance, and then you say, "Hey, I'm gonna tackle this thing."
Yeah, and I'm proud of him to do this. What Shawn's problem is in his lungs, and if we could do this to take care of that, life would probably be good for him.
I appreciate you guys all. It wasn't that bad, was it?
No.
Talking to us. All right. It's tough. It's tough. Well, and I say that, and we're talking about the people that are here battling this, but it is awful difficult to get in front of a camera and to open up your hearts and not cry, and so I appreciate you taking the time, all three of you, to do that with us. So.
This is Michaela with Riding Steel and 65 Roses. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching Riding Steel.
Woo!
See Twice Shy Saturday, March 3rd at the Ramada Inn in Lewiston, Maine. Doors open at 8 p.m. Go to www.showclicks.com for more information and tickets.